Back at it here on Oak Ridge Farms, episode number 14, and we are rocking and rolling, finishing up harvest. And for some reason, our worker decides that it wants to skip lines every now and then. I don't know why it does this. Maybe somebody can help me out with it. Nonetheless, we have a game plan for today. So, first things first, we're going to finish up this field right here. This is going to be our canola field. We're going to take all of our canola, put it away in the silo, and wait for a rainy day to sell it. Now, after that, we are going to go through and bale all of these straw up. Once all that is done, we're going to take it all over to our crusher and crush those bales back into, I was about to say liquid straw, loose straw. What is liquid straw? Is it straw milk? Does that exist? We've got not just this field, but we also have our field over here. I don't remember. Did we do anything with that? I guess we could zoom out, can't we? Yeah, I guess that's done. All right. It's been a while since I recorded on this map. In the last episode, I ended up canceling one of the big contracts that we had because I didn't think I needed it. We are doing pretty good when it comes to everything right now. We've got plenty of slurry coming in daily. We've got plenty of manure coming in now. And we've got plenty of milk coming in from our cattle. And as long as we can keep them fed, everybody's gonna be happy. And we're being able to do that. Plus the money that we get from doing contracts and things like that only goes to upgrading the equipment that we have. And I would say the equipment that we have is more than fine at this point. So we may not be doing many more contracts because I want to get my loan paid off, and I want to get it paid off now. If we jump in, we'll take a look real quick and see how our loan is doing. We're up to $670 of said loan currently. Now, the only thing that we could do to pay back the loan is selling crops. So if we jump over, we can take a look. We've got some canola that's already in, but sells in November. And then we've got some linseed in as well, which is really interesting. That's going to be selling in December. We also have a bunch of straw, but we can ignore that. And a bunch of wheat, which is going to be December. So any money made from selling those crops, specifically any crops that are in our silo, that money will be used to pay off the loan. Now, I don't think we're going to have to wait too much longer, especially with the way things are right now. So hopefully we get some. Yeah, in the meantime, let's finish this up. All done with our canola harvest, and we've got a good amount of canola as well. There's so much to it, man, oh man. We had an extra almost 3,000 liters that we got since that last one. And there we go. 39,000 liters here. I think there was already 50 in there. Not quite. 49,722. This is still going to be a good amount, though. Oh, yeah, now that we're playing on this new version, this should be deletable, right? Do you want to sell it? Aw, $0. There's no point to sell them for $0, is it? There's also a few other things that we could delete, too. I will say that this gate here, though I like it, it doesn't do much good for me having to open and close it every time when I'm never going to close it, especially when coming back into a save. So I'm going to save the game real quick, and I might delete this and possibly a few others. Let's find out. So number one, ooh, that was quick. There we go. Well, that is gone from there. This is another one right here, just because we've got, field there. I think we could delete that fence too. Or a gate, rather. This one, I don't think we can delete. No. And I don't think there's any other ones that I need to delete. I think that was it. Those are the only two that are causing us trouble. Oh, look how pretty that looks. I love it. One of the things I would like to do would be to buy one of the other fields around us. These fields over here have to stay grass because we have to keep our cattle fed. But would it be nice to expand in one way or the other, just getting a little bit more field? We could even sell this field. I don't need it anymore, so we could technically sell that and then maybe use the extra money to buy another field. Hey, let's see if we can. So checking the prices, it is right at it, but unfortunately we won't be able to afford it yet. So I'm not even going to try. Now that all of that is done, we get to the baling. I do need to double check, make sure we are good in here. Bales, 240 centimeters. Oh, yeah. I think the header was a 10.8 meter, right? Correct, yes, 10.8 meter. So that means we need to set this to 10.8 as well, and I think with all of that, we should be good drop it down, turn it on, rock and roll. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Sweet, all right. Let's go around and make us some bales. Not bad after we've done the entire outside. We've got 13 bales. Actually, 14 and 15 there sitting waiting. So I'm going to go ahead and knock the rest of this out. You guys know how to do some baling. We'll see how many bales we get by the time it's all said and done. Most of this is going to be used for bedding, but some of it will be continued to use for TMR and things like that. All said and done here on the canola field. And yes, I am using the canola straw mod. I don't remember what this mod's called. It's Yos. Yos made the mod. All right, so a couple more bells here. Let's go ahead and kick this one out. That is 54. And then we've got a partial bell, which will be 55. There you go. All done with the baling. A lot more bales than I was expecting to have faux show. I will say this, now that the workers are actually doing what we want them to do. My voice didn't work there for a second. It might be a good idea to go ahead and swap out our mowers that we've got. Currently, the mower set that we have means that we have to use a windrow to go through. I think to save a little bit of time, because we're going to have to do it a lot, we might be able to swap out those mowers. I think we have the K-brand mowers in there. Might be able to swap those out for the Samaz or maybe even a Pottinger mower or something like that. Maybe even Kloss mowers. Swap those out and actually get something that's going to leave everything in a swath and mow it more so we could do less passes and a whole lot less time. How's about these right here? The Pottinger Nova Cat A10 Crossflow. These released pretty early from Despo. Was it 93, I think? Hey, not much better to go than that. I think that's not a bad idea. We also have some other ones as well, like the Kloss mowers. Actually, you know what? The Kloss mowers are a lot cheaper. Oh, they do not have... Never mind. There's no swath feature there. We're always looking for stuff that's going to make life a little bit easier, and I think this, getting rid of these mowers and going with the Pottinger mowers, I think that is one of the things that'll make life a little bit easier. Did not get a lot of money for them, $11,000 and $29,000 respectively. I don't know how the JCB is going to handle this. I think it might be all right, but I got a bad feeling about this. I'll be honest with you. We did spend quite a bit of money that we already had, but you know what? I'm cool with it. You know, it's money we already had, and it's nice to be able to enjoy some of the cash that we have. All right, so usually mowers like this are, well, they work really nicely whenever you're trying to do stuff. I think we'll try and let the worker do most of this. I know we also need to pick up all those bales. Don't worry, we will. But I wanted to kind of speed the process of things up just a bit and maybe get a little bit of extra work done a little quicker. So let's go in. It wants to run one headland. That is not going to be the case at all. We're going to need to run at least two on here. So boom, hit that off into two. It gives us our lines. This will do. I think for the passes around the outside, we may still have to run a windrow through. But other than that, I think we'll be a-okay. Let's double check. Let's toggle our working mode. Bring that swath drop down. And turn it on. Turn on the front. Set it. And go. Yeah. All right. So, 'tis working perfectly fine. Exactly the way that I wanted. And I really wanted this to work with the JCB because of the all-wheel steering. Just makes mowing like a bajillion times easier. Now, if we could just add a little bit of power to this JCB, we'll never have any issues when it comes to any of the power rating for this. So I'm going to run two passes around this real quick, and then after we hire the worker, we'll start picking up the bales. All right, almost done with this whole pass right here, and we're good. All right, so from here, all we got to do is hire them up on a worker, and hopefully they will do the rest of it for us. It's so nice. After 1.6, the workers have been, well, better than 1.5, I guess is the best way to put that. All right, turn off, do the headlands, set it here. Of course, they're going to back up, pull up. You know, all the worker had to do was pull forward, but it doesn't know that. All right, hopefully it follows along this edge. We're going to babysit it just for a few minutes to make sure we're good. And I think we're good. Now, time to pick up these bales. We made, what, more than 50 of them, didn't we? Whew. That is a lot. I'm going to start farthest away, and then we'll head in. Let's see. There we go. Got it. Boop, boop. Here we go. Let's get 24. First set of bells is done. We can also take a look and see how our mower is doing. I would say A-okay. Dropping off the bells. Of course, every time I do this, I have to remember how to do it. So we run 3, and it'll do the first 3 rows. Please do the first 3 rows. Oh, I got to drop it. That's right. Fills it up. Oh, and I got to touch it too, don't I? Boop. There we go. Man, that straw is filling up a little high. Also, those are not dropping for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that. Nonetheless, let's pick up the rest of these bells here. Please? There we go. All right. Well, that worked. And bring it out, drop them again, and we're good. I'm a little bit concerned because that looks very high. Not at all. I don't know why it does. Oh, because there's 741,000 liters of TMR in there. Goodness gracious. I think we need to feed the cows. I would also like to make things a little bit easier on myself without having to go through and, well, TED all of that. There's a couple mods that have come out that make things, well, make life just easier. Where you could put in your grass and you can make hay and silage. And then you can utilize that with some TMR. I might just get something like that. Got our second thing of bales, and I tell you what, the mower's doing pretty good. I'm super happy with that, plus those lines are looking fresh. Great job. All right, let's see if we can do this without the bales, like, getting stuck in midair again. Maybe if I put them here and let them drop. Hey. Nope, that didn't do it. Oh, hey, all I gotta do is pull forward a little bit, like move the things around it. That seems to work. There we go. Drop them here, pull forward just a little bit. There we go. Drip, drip, drip. Bam. Might also be a good time to sell that building right there. I'm not actually using it for anything anymore. I don't remember the last time I actually stored a bale. So maybe we could get rid of that because I don't need to keep bales anymore. All the bales that we make go into feeding our cattle now. Yeah. Well, here we go. Here's our last 7 bales. Drive over. There we go. Got it. We're good. Here's our last 7 bales. We'll see what kind of trouble we can get into here. So the other thing to look at is maybe going to a loose pickup kind of thing. I know we're kind of changing the way we do things, but, you know, a lot of people start with making bales and then pick it up using a loading wagon. Some people go the other way around. Bales have been fine, but we're just turning it back into loose crop again. I think the biggest thing is finding something that's not too cheaty, but still works exactly the way you would expect it to. That's going to be the big problem for me, is trying to find that tool. Now that all that is said and done, let's take some of the straw out of here and give it to our cows. Here you go, little baby cows, all happy, even though I'm basically running over one of them. Thank goodness they don't have collisions when you're in a vehicle. All right, so taking a look at what we've got and a couple things. I would like to have something that kind of looks like this, but does what this does. If you guys don't know, this is what I've been using over on the other series that I'm doing, Riverbend Springs, and this basically takes grass and straw and turns those into hay and silage. It'll also take hay and turn that into silage as well, if you want, but I do not want. This would be nice, however, I will tell you this much. It doesn't fit on this farm. I don't think it looks good on this farm. It stands out like a sore thumb, and if we move this building around, there's no buildings that look like this on the map. Maybe that's about as close as you can get. What I may end up having to do is going on the mod hub and seeing if there's anything like that that we can get that might work out. I think something like that would be great. It's definitely going to speed up the process of things that we do. Making the cow feed and doing the mowing and baling and tedding and wrapping and all that stuff generally takes the most amount of time. So if I could speed that process up while still making it a big investment, I think that's going to be good. I think that's okay. So I've been spending the last couple minutes working on getting the cows all fed up. So we've got plenty of straw in there for them. I'm moving over TMR as we speak. And our grass field is almost done mowing. I still haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do the silage to TMR and all that stuff, but I got to figure all that out. Nonetheless, if we pass through, we can see our mower's doing a great job, and there's only one more pass to do, and they will be all done. Still a couple other grass fields to do, but I see this one's almost finished. I'm just gonna take control of it myself and do it all on my own. Knock it out quick. Alrighty, one down, a couple more to go. Because it's simple and easy, I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the one right here at the cow farm. I'm just gonna do it really fast to get it over with. We'll see what kind of trouble this field will bring. Usually, I get a little bit too close to the edges, and I imagine that's exactly what's gonna happen here as well. Oh yeah. It crosses right there. Oh, here we go. Yikes. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Still not great, though. It's actually not too bad. This is working out really, really nicely. Super duper well. The thing is, because you've got all-wheel steering, best way to do all this is just do your best to try to follow along with the front mower, and you should be a-okay. There are a couple spots that I have missed or didn't quite hit the way that I wanted to. There we go. But it's pretty simple to hit them all. Again, I am still going to come through with a windrow or merger, and we're going to hit the outside two lines of all of these just so that everything is nice and cohesive whenever we come through with the pickup. Not bad, but the outside areas definitely need a pass. You can see right through here that just looks rough. So a nice merger will make that all nice and pretty. Alrighty, the last grass field on our list today is this one down here. And all we gotta do is just do our best to follow along and hire it up on a worker or a activate GPS, sorry, as soon as we can. Woo. It's a little bit foggy down here right in the low-laying areas. I like that. That's cool. Alrighty, so now I've gone through. I've hit this field, made it look very, very nice. So we need to get away from there. I've still got more TMR here. Tell you what, it's making TMR faster than I can even give it to the cattle. I'm doing my best, man. I'm doing my best. We'll drop this off. This will be our last one. Actually, we can take a look here. All right, they're at 379. This will be 50,000 more than that. So I think that's probably enough to get them through the next day. Is that enough to get y'all through the next day? This one just mooed. It's also licking concrete, so I don't know if I can trust him. You all right there, buddy? Is that concrete good? Okay. So again, this is just to make things a little bit nicer and easier and make it look pretty. Our bit over there, the mowers, they are running an 8.9 meter work width. So this one is a little bit high. I'm gonna bring that down just a bit. There we go. Turn it on, set it. Oh, come on! Sorry. Every time you try to drive, if you set the cruise control, if you set it and it's too short, it will just keep going and not let you move. And I don't like that. Honestly, I don't really need to be coming through here and doing it like this, doing like the lines and stuff. I mean, it's cool, but I don't need to. And then we just need to make this turn nice and easy. There we go. And voila. Nice, pretty corner. Now, do I need to do this? No. This would work perfectly fine without having to come through here and do all of this. But great. But it does make things easier, especially coming through here with a loading wagon or something like that, which I think we're probably going to switch over to. I think the days of the bells are gone, and I'm so tired of these stupid trees. Urgh. So I'm going to go ahead and run these outside passes so that we push everything in. It'll also take lines like that and split them up so that the outside headland is a little bit more, and maybe delete some of those trees back there that are just a little bit in my way, a lot in my way. And then from there, the mower should be done. We'll be done with this, and it'll be all time to get ready and find a new way to pick it all up. Look at that. Perfect. So, we'll see you then.